Of breaking news in the National Basketball Association. Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier were arrested as part of FBI investigations into sports gambling. Billups' arrest was part of a separate but related case linked to an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia, ABC News is reporting. At the core of Rozier's arrest is a March 2023 game that saw an uptick of Rozier bets come on the under. Rozier left the game just 9 minutes in, citing a foot injury. Rozier had previously not been accused of any wrongdoing. Also involved in this, former Cavaliers player and assistant coach Damon Jones, who was also arrested on charges that he provided inside information about NBA games to co-defendants. FBI Director Kash Patel announced the arrest. Take a listen.
As you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today, former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families. And the fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a multi-year investigation.
Ladies and gentlemen, I see a lot of press conferences and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of things in sports. I don't see the director of the FBI in attendance, but he was there just now. Shams Charania joining us right now, our ultimate NBA insider. Shams, welcome to the show. What more can you tell us?
Kash Patel right there. He actually has been even more involved in the last few weeks, but this is an investigation that's been going on for at least 2 years. Terry Rozier has been investigated by the FBI for sports gambling, illegal sports betting involvement, and so he was arrested today. A note here, the NBA had actually cleared him before, but now he is obviously arrested, taken into custody. Chauncey Billups was arrested this morning. Both are sitting coach or player, right? So Chauncey Billups was literally coaching an NBA game last night in Portland, a loss to Minnesota, and he was arrested this morning at 6 a.m. in Portland. Terry Rozier was on the Miami Heat bench last night in Orlando. He was then arrested in an Orlando hotel at 6 a.m. And for Chauncey Billups, his involvement, like you just said, Stephen A., was because of illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. And so the one person that was involved in both was Damon Jones, the former NBA player and coach. And so this is something that the FBI has been targeting, has been investigating for the last couple of years. And I think there's just shock around the NBA. This is seismic. We've never seen a sitting NBA head coach, a sitting NBA player, both arrested at the same time, obviously. But specifically with Chauncey Billups here, we'll get a better feel as the day goes on just how wide-ranging this goes. But he was involved in a 30-defendant case in an illegal poker rigging activity tied to the mafia.
Shams, have we received any indication at all that more people are going to be named, more arrests are coming down the pike?
So there could be some surrenders, Stephen. Like there could be more people that just get uncovered based on these 30-plus arrests today. So who cooperates with the FBI? Who else gives more information to the FBI out of these 30-plus defendants? So surely it might not be today, but there could be more moving forward. But as of today, there were 3 arrests, and that's Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups, and Damon Jones, all tied to the NBA, right? So there's obviously 30-plus in total, but it's specifically to the NBA. Like Kash Patel just said, the 3 most public arrests were those 3 individuals. And so there are none beyond that right now that are tied to this. there could be more. One name of a player that has been investigated in a similar sports betting investigation by the FBI was Malik Beasley, but I'm told he was not arrested, he was not involved. His attorney, Steve Haney, told me today that he wasn't involved in this situation, and he has not cooperated with either the Rozier case, the Chauncey Billups case, or the Damon Jones case. So he is not arrested in this, but surely there might be more. But as of right now, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones.
Jay Williams, let's start with you, your reaction.
It's a lot to absorb. Obviously this is part of a larger sting operation, right, with the mob family. So, you look at Chauncey, you look at Terry, you look at Damon, pawns on the chessboard compared to the bigger play here by the FBI. But obviously Kash Patel, FBI director, making this announcement, over 30 individuals in 11 states it's a monstrous thing. Never have we had a sitting head coach be involved in something like this. I think it's a stain on the NBA in a massive way. New media rights deal that just came out. This is a really big embarrassment for the league, having a player, a former assistant, and obviously a guy like Chauncey be involved. Makes it feel as if it's a way bigger challenge and issue for the league. I will say this. SA, you and I have had conversations about this. This is not to excuse anybody's behavior, but I do think it's important to give context to people at home just about how this lifestyle is lived. I've seen guys lose 200 grand on an hour plane ride. I've seen friends gamble in high-stake poker games. A lot of things that happen in Vegas, even though I know it's illegal, happen behind closed doors in these communities. It's an ongoing thing now. I can't condone giving out information to friends. I do hear conversations that happen all the time about, hey, I hear player X is hurt. Not saying it's correct, just things that always happen.
He's hurt, and then your boy goes out.
Boys makes a bet on it. Right. So I want to lay that out there to set the table. It doesn't excuse any of it, but it is a part of the lifestyle that I think people don't openly talk as much about.
Monica?
I think that's good context, Jay. I will say this, because we were together when the Jonte Porter news came down last year on First Take.
Sure.
That didn't involve the FBI, and we saw what the penalty was.
That's right.
And so, as someone who loved that Detroit Pistons squad that Chauncey Billups was on, has really enjoyed him as a head coach, I hope there is some layer of this that is not what it seems this morning. But if Jonte Porter was banned and there was no FBI involvement, I am saddened by what would seem would be the next step in this case. But The Athletic just put out a great article. We always know they do their anonymous NBA sort of poll. One of the topics this year was gambling. And it ranged from players being very candid. One anonymous quote said, it's like it's like telling someone not to do something but putting it right in front of them. And they were very candid about the relationship and the partnerships that the league is in when it comes to gambling. And then there's a bunch of players who said it's more money for everybody and ultimately that's in our pocket. But I've always been cautious of the relationship that the league now has.
Jonte Bird thing, though, the FBI was involved.
Were they? Okay.
They were involved, just so you know. Go ahead.